All right, let's keep it going because I don't know if we're going to come back to this tomorrow night. We'll see. I want to see what the impact is on the team, what changes, and if we think we have an honest chance of repeating. We probably do. But, again, there's a good chance once we're done with this, we'll go back to CFB for a little bit until a more substantial patch comes out for this game. There are some good things about this game, but they need to clean it up a little bit with that first patch. And we have no way of knowing how long we're going to have to wait for that. So, makes sense to go back to CFB for a little bit. But Josh Hines-Allen retires after just 12 years. I mean, dude, he was crushing it, too. He was so good in this timeline. Eric is gone. Jabril Peppers. Byron Murphy, Noah Fant, Christian Kirk all retire as champions. Sean Gary, still available. I like it. Man, Max Crosby's gone. Josh Jacobs. Quite a few guys that we had looked at that were really close to some career accomplishments. Nick Bosa out as well. I mean, big losses in Philadelphia, to say the least. Micah Parsons is gone. In his early 30s, retires after 10 years as a pro. Legitimately would have gone down as the NFL's all-time sack leader if he didn't retire. He's already a fucking Hall of Famer, though. But Micah Parsons is gone. That is an unbelievable loss for the Cowboys. That is insane. And Zach Allen retires as well. So did Blake Ferguson. That is a gigantic loss for the Cowboys. Poor Gardner Minshew, who we did have on the roster earlier this year. We'll still give him a ring, don't worry. But yeah, Dallas is in a bad way. Yeah, they were the 2 seed.
Fucking grass.
They were 2 shots. For the follow. Poona Ford's gone as well. It showed him as a free agent. Oh, shit. Maybe we did lose our guy then. Maybe we did. Robert Spillane's gone. Patriot legend. I can't believe Micah Parsons retired after just 10 years. I don't think it's the most unrealistic thing in the world, though. Really. It isn't. Like, you just never know when players are going to retire nowadays. Nobody's wanting to leave. So we're not changing a damn thing, at least in terms of coaches. Okay. Resign phase it is. This is where it's going to get scary. This is where it gets scary.
Fucking grass.
Got the Rage Blade as well. How about a divisional relegation CFP run as Mud Dogs? We are going to do something Baltimore related because Monk cashed in his points for it. All right. So, players ready to negotiate. It's showing us with negative $6 million in cap space. We do have to pick up the option on Aaron McBride, which is going to be worth $70 million. Oh my God. Can I even accept that option for 70 mil? Fuck. I think after next year, we got to let McBride go. Like that, how are we going to surround him with talent to be able to win? I think we have to decline that. I think we do. That's insane. Like, there's just no way we're going to be able to build up a team around him.
I'm just trying to
the
walk
nuclear
through
shocker as
grass.
well. Dez. Oh boy. Now Spikes has interest in re-signing,
this fucking grass.
but we don't have the money. Oh my God. Oh yeah, this team is dead, man. This team is dead. We won at the right time. Holy, did we win at the right time. So we know that we were going to let go of Deion Evans. I mean, he's not bad, but no longer going to be a rookie. Josh Dobbs, we're going to let go of too. Oh my God. And we can't trade players right now either, which is brutal. Team salaries. I mean, McBride's only going to be getting paid $7 million next year. There's no way we can go up to the 70. There's just no way. Yeah, this team is about to fall apart. Like, Trevor Lynn's not bad. He's getting paid nothing. Tracy and Etienne are gone. McGuire's getting paid a little bit, but not a ton. So, I mean, Matt Burrell making the $29 million this year. Obviously, Harrison and Dre. So, Marvin just jumped to basically $32 million. Marvin's contract. So, that's step one. Where we got in trouble? Too much wideout talent. We cannot have two $30 million receivers. We got in trouble there. It won us the Super Bowl, but it got us in trouble. Big time. Big time. Holy, did that get us in trouble. Dominic Pooney's contract is a fucking albatross, to say the least. We were desperate for O-line help. We were too desperate, I should say. Escobar's not too bad. Garfield's getting paid nothing. Cosme's going to go, which is fine. Banks, again, is making under 20. That's not that bad. Madrano's deal is up. Curtis, I mean, chat wanted to keep him. I don't blame him. But that's pretty rough. I checked to see if McBride has multiple Pro Bowls in 1 second. We know Knox is out. Mark Carter was another big one. But in fairness, if we didn't sign Carter to that, we would have signed Knox. Shout out to Ed for the follow as well. Appreciate it, everybody. We're here nightly. Almost nightly, basically, unless I have to miss a stream for some reason. We're very heavy in the football season. We do everything franchise mode related through all the yearly sports games. We'll be playing NBA, freaking NHL, FC. We play it all. Trenton Simpson's contract is hilarious. Kevin Spikes is up. Webster's up. Hazelwood's still a steal. I mean, McKinstry and Williams isn't too bad, but Whitaker ended up being so insanely good. Bullock's deal is up, and then Sanker, but he's not even getting paid that much. Oy vey, how are we going to survive this? I don't think we are. I don't think we are, man. This team's going to be a hell of a lot worse here in a minute. So we know that Evans is gone. We know that Dobbs is gone. I don't think we can do a $70 million option on McBride. Like, we don't have the money. We don't have the money. Tracy and Etienne are gone. We'll worry about that in a minute. Oh, I forgot to check the Pro Bowls as well. Can I see player card from here? Will it let you offer Spikes a deal? No, because we're in negative space. McBride does have a Pro Bowl in his time. Former 10th overall pick. I mean, that's what you want for a quarterback, but holy fuck, is that expensive. If you franchise tagged, and it'll fill spots at draft picks. I mean, the franchise tag is our only hope here, really. Antoine Kroom wants to go. We could pick up the 5th-year option for him, which isn't too bad. Honestly, like 16 mil, really 17.2 in total for a number 1 tight end for us. That's not bad. 1 Pro Bowl means 5th-year option should be equivalent to the transition tag. Okay. Sam Cosme, I mean, we can't re-sign him anyway. We don't have the money, but Cosme's definitely gone. Taylor Madrano is intrigued at staying, but we'd have to overpay. I can't even send him a deal. I can't send anybody a deal right now. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do for anybody except maybe franchise tag Kevin Spikes. Everybody else is gone. Even Kalen Bullock, yeah, would be $25 million over the cap. So we have 1 franchise tag to use to our advantage, and then we have to decide on options. Can we justify an Aaron McBride option? Not next year, but the year after at $76.7 million total. I don't think we can. I think we'd have to go into this next season saying that McBride, there's just no way. So in this game, you have to line it up that by the time you get to like the 5th-year option or the re-signings, your younger quarterback is still like an 85. And that way you can build him up to being a 90 plus, but he's only getting paid like $40 million. Because that's insane. And you know he's going to ask for $70 to $80 million like Joe Burrow did at the end of the deal. So we're going to have to reject the 5th-year option on Aaron McBride. It's too fucking expensive. So we reject that. Now, we can outright negotiate with him, but look at that. He doesn't want to stay anyway. So McBride, dude. I can't even see what the contract would be right now, but look at what the hell he was asking for. He wants a $500 million contract. He's not getting it from us, man. That's insane. Holy shit. Granted, 7 years, but oh my God. It would literally be him and a bunch of CFLers on the team. That's it. Now, it does say I can franchise tag him, but I shouldn't have to, because that was only the 5th-year option. He's got 1 year left. So why would I franchise tag him right now? I wouldn't. I would not. Kevin Spikes. There's nothing we can do. I can't even offer him a deal. So all I can do is lowball him to unlock the franchise tag, because we know that Knox is leaving. Kalen Bullock has been a good soldier for us, but even if we could re-sign him, it's not bad. Around like 20 mil. It's not bad, but we know Webster's going. The 5th-year option on Kroom isn't even that bad, but we know long-term he's not going to want to re-sign with us, so we're going to reject that as well. Madrano's out. Logan's out. Riley, we are good at corner. Even if, no, you're not looking for that bad of a deal. You're gone. Cosme's out, and then just a bunch of other dudes. Even Cam Little at the moment, I can't guarantee him any money. So all we can do is try to keep Kevin Spikes. We are going to lowball him into the ground. And see if we can at least get it to the point where he'd reject the deal. I don't even know if I can drop it by that much. We can't. Warrior, I know what I did. I know. And I stand by it. I literally have no way to offer Kevin Spikes a deal. I have no way to even offer him a deal to then try to offer him the franchise tag. Because we're not hitting McBride with the tag. Kind of afraid to hit the button. What if we withdraw the offer on Knox? Yeah, negotiations ended by player.
I'm just trying to walk through this fucking
Got
grass.
the big truck driver. Thank you very much for that follow. Welcome in. Welcome to hell. So, like, if we cut Brian Knox right now, because we know he's not coming back, if I just get him off of the roster, Brian, you were a loyal soldier. It was hilarious that you were here. There's apparently a cap penalty to that. I believe Kevin Spike's time as a Saint is over. The dominoes are falling, everybody. McBride is going to be going at the end of next year. Spikes is gone. Knox is gone. Bullock. And then Webster, Kroom is going to go at the end of next year. Madrano. Yeah, welcome to Rebuilding the Saints Part 2. Because a good portion of our core is gone. And there's nothing we can do about it. That's insane. That is insane. We now show up with $28 million in cap, which still wasn't going to be enough to keep anybody anyway. Holy God. So, why could you franchise Knox? You know, that glitch might still be there where you say no and then you back out and then you rejoin and you can franchise tag. We might have been able to franchise tag him, but I forgot that glitch was still a thing. So yeah, if we had told him no and then gone back in, we would have been okay. But let's be honest, even if we signed him, we were still going to be in big trouble long term, right? We were still going to be in big trouble to try and keep Spikes. We would have got him for one more year. He wants $28 million a year. Joe Burrow is still looking for $80. Josh Allen's a free agent as well. Jesus Christ. Like, we might still be able to make a play to keep Kevin Spikes around, but we need to look at all of our options here, long term. And I mean long term. Because we know McBride doesn't want to stay, and after this upcoming year, he wants $70 million. There's just no way we can do it. Fuck. So free agency. Quarterbacks, Joe Burrow would be interested in coming here, but he wants $80 million a year, so no thank you. Josh Allen's out there, Anthony Richardson. Spencer Rattler hit an 83. He was the starting quarterback for the Jets. Jared Goff, Clyde Woodard, superstar dev. He doesn't want to come here, though. Sam Darnold still kicking around. Kyler Murray, Justin Fields still around. Will Howard. Running backs, Kenny Walker, Kyron Williams, Jonathan Brooks, and Ty J. Spears. We don't need anybody. We're fine. Fullbacks, Jared Byer, Mike Collins, Hunter Lupke, a bunch of generated guys. Reggie Gilliam, that is. Wideout, Xavier Worthy. Are you worthy of a contract? No, you're not, because I don't have enough cap space anyway. Jamie Ramos, Pat Bryant, Jalen Waddle, Brandon Ayuk down to an 83. Tight ends, Joey Guerrero, Tucker Kraft, Mason Taylor. I mean, right now, I'll tell you, there's nobody that we're signing. Unless something changes. Merriweather, Hammond. We're not that desperate for O-line help because we know how expensive it gets. Even Tanley, who was ours prior to this past season where he left. Left guard, Lamar Rose. I mean, there are a couple of players, but obviously we don't have the extra money to spend, even on like Zach Frazier, Eric McCoy as veterans. That is honestly the play, though, is to go for the cheaper veterans that aren't that bad, just don't have the long-term outlook on the O-line. Definitely the way to go. Landon Jackson, Jalen Phillips, Trayvon Walker out there. And then, of course, at defensive tackle, Derek Brown. Cooper Capps, also an X-Factor, who would be interested in coming here. There's no way. Quinn Williams, Christian Barmore. And, of course, on the other side, Brian Knox, who wants $46 million a year. Holy God, this free agency class is insane. Got Gabe Rudolph at linebacker. Dude's only looking for $3 million a year. That's insane. Honestly, that would be the type of linebacker to sign if we needed a linebacker, but we don't. Although we do, because we don't have Kevin Spikes. 7 teams are interested in him, man. I don't think we have the money to bring him back. I wish we did. Like, he's so good. But how can we possibly bring him back at this point? We could bring back Kalen Bullock. We could definitely afford him. Guy's looking for $20 million a year, though, on a rising deal. 28 years old. Like, you can only pay so many of the veterans to stick around. Cam Little I'd love to bring back, but I'm not paying a kicker $7 million a year. Can we justify trying to bring back Kevin Spikes? It's a $25 to then $30 million range in terms of salary. Brings our remaining cap down to $2 million. Is there anybody that we could clear out of here to then be able to justify bringing Spikes back? But also it's a risk of if we don't get Spikes, we're in a bit of trouble. But also, if we don't sign Spikes, we could use this year to eat a ton of cap penalties. And look at me, I know about eating. It could take a really rough hit on the roster. But if we take those cap penalties on just moving out certain dudes, Marvin, we'll be probably pretty bad this upcoming season. But long term, we could be better for it. Especially like Dominic Pony. Like, holy shit, just get rid of that guy. He's so fucking bad. It might be worth just saying we won our title, now let's blow this fucker up. It might actually be worth it. Some of the guys might be able to stay, but not everybody, certainly. Certainly not everybody. I think it might be worth it, man. I think it might be worth it to blow it up. Keep certain key players. Draft pick-wise, we have later first. Maybe we wait until the draft. But honestly, like Aaron McBride, right? We know after next year he is not going to sign for us. We can get 2 first-rounders and an X-Factor running back in Jarius Strong. 2 first-rounders and Mitch Nash, who is getting paid $26 million a year from Buffalo. We could get Tyquan Callahan back and 2 firsts. I mean, reconstruction, I just don't think is going to open up enough opportunities for us. I just don't think, man. 3 first-rounders from the Bucs, but that would be in division. That would be suicide. Although, that would probably ruin their roster, in fairness. Like, I just don't think reconstruction's viable enough because so many guys are getting so fucking overpaid because we pushed for a title, and now we're paying for it. Like, if we look at Dominic Pony on the O-line, for example. Doesn't even leave me the fucking option to reconstruct. What the fuck are we doing here? Do I got to go to the other screen, I guess? I mean, for shits and giggles, we can take a look, but I don't think it's going to work out. So, like, in terms of highest salary, Mark Carter reconstructs, frees up $10 million in cap space this season. 3.3 will be added to the last 3 years of his deal. So we would go estimated cap space at Jesus. What? Oh, okay, so we'd have 78. So we'd free up $10 million in cap. I mean, that's not bad. 2032 estimated cap space, 25 mil. Burrell's on the last year of his deal, so we can't. Curtis, we can't. Unless it's glitched. Might be glitched. So Burrell and Harrison, we can't even do it. Dre, we can only free up $1 million. Room, we got nothing. Pooney, we can't even fucking restructure. Can't for Escobar either. What about Banks? Banks, we could free up $6 million. I mean, it's enough that we could put in a good offer to a certain linebacker. And that's about it. Carter would free up 10. I mean, Simpson would only free up $1 million because his contract's already amazing. Noel Williams would free up $2 million. Kool-Aid, we can't restructure. And Sanker would... I mean, we can free up like 25, 30 million bucks. But all that does is let us keep a linebacker who might sign with us. We don't know for sure. I mean, granted, I love me some Kevin Spikes. He's amazing. But I do feel like right now is a pretty good time to say, let's blow this shit up. We built it. Let's tear it down. I don't hate that idea. And it would be better to tear it down now before teams use their cap space on certain signings. I think we built it up. I think we tear it down. I mean, granted, we could go one more year with McBride, but what the hell's the point? What the hell is the point? He's going to leave because we're not signing him to $75 million a season after next year. And then there's just some of these other cap hits where it's like, okay, we could definitely move on from these guys. I think we blow it up. As much as I want to win another Super Bowl, I think we just blow this shit up. Motivation. Burrell's kind of a 50-50 as to whether or not we re-sign him anyway. I think we blow this shit up. Not trying to be like, nope, not doing another season, because that's not the case, but this is the perfect opportunity to just bite the bullet on the cap hits and do what we got to do. Don't know about Curtis. But like Burrell, Harrison, maybe even Mark Carter at $30 million a season. Aaron McBride, you just won us a Super Bowl. You could get us a superstar level tackle and 2 first-round picks. You get Tank Dell, who we don't need. Wilson is terrible, but that gets us the 7th overall pick this year and a 5th. That's not too bad. Guayo's not that good, but that also gets us the 4th overall pick by sending him to Baltimore. The Rams are in! 2 first-rounders and Ben Espinoza at tight end, who's honestly not getting paid that badly. 3 first-round picks from the Patriots. Don't you have Drake May still? What the hell are you doing? Dustin Hataling and 3 first-round picks from the Panthers. Divisional. Can't do it. Savion's 29. On a great fucking deal, though. That's an amazing contract. 2 first-rounders from the Jets. How dare you trade a man named Green? Brian Thomas and a first. Wayne Hawkins. That's not too bad. Jeremiah Higgins, 2 first. Mitchell, no. Jalen Carter and a first. Oscar Teague, who is on a phenomenal contract. And 2 firsts from the Dolphins. Jesus. Ben Maine, who is also on a phenomenal contract. And 3 first-round picks from the Cowboys. Jesus. McNeil, Vernon and 2 firsts. Divisional opponent can't do it. I mean, funny enough, getting Callahan back now that he's re-signed with Denver. Oh, man. I mean, the damage that we can do here is crazy. So really quickly, allegedly, the deconstruction here, Chicago running back Jarius Strong. I want to look at you. Honestly, let's see what we can find here. I wish it wouldn't take so long to look at players, but Jarius Strong. Russell Cass, he was traded like 3 or 4 years ago, and we just won a Super Bowl. You have missed a lot. So Jarius, only 1 year left on his deal, then needs the big money. No, thank you. If we are going to do this and kind of hurt our chances of winning a Super Bowl next year to maybe survive, I would want to sign somebody who's heading into their prime or on an already established contract that's not that expensive. Yeah, see, like Nash only has 2 years left and he's going to get a raise. So fuck that. Broncos, I mean, 3 first-rounders, but this one this year is the 31st. We would get Tyquan back at running back. He's not even getting paid that badly, but it would have to be a long-term deal because he didn't want to resign here. That's why we traded him in the first place. So what would that be for Mr. Callahan? I mean, 2 years. I'd want a longer-term deal. But again, like, there's no way we're paying McBride $70 million. Keaton at wideout. Honestly, that would be a hell of a replacement for the 2 wideouts we're considering moving, depending on how long he signed for. This guy could be the dude. He is not the dude. God damn, I still want to see where some of these free agents end up, too. Bucky Irving, I mean, would just kind of be a tack on to the fact it's 3 first-rounders, but it's a divisional opponent. Vernon at wideout is not bad. But that contract would have to be a long-term steal for us to consider this because there's better players and more picks. Yeah, it's not going to happen. I don't know if there is going to be like that go-to deal for McBride. Aleem McNeil, it's a terrible deal for us. Ben Maine. Cowboys are always interesting to talk to. Ben Maine just won himself an award. He's got 1 year left on his deal. Yep, no shot. He is going to want so much goddamn money. No shot. Oscar Teague on Miami. Also probably going to want a big long-term deal coming up. I can't imagine he's already signed. Yeah, he's got 1 year left. God, managing the cap. Very difficult. Jalen Carter in the first. I mean, Carter's getting paid a ton. Mitchell, divisional opponent. Jeremiah Higgins and 2 firsts. I mean, Higgins isn't a bad tight end. Trading a franchise quarterback for 2 firsts, a second, a sixth, and a tight end. Not a great look, but when you know that the choice is quarterback and CFLers or no quarterback and the rest of the team's good and you train up somebody new, makes the decision kind of easy. Higgins has 2 years left after this. That's still not as long of a deal as we'd need. One of these deals has to be the one that makes the most sense for us. Giants, not so much. Too much money there. Thomas, no. The 2 firsts from the Jets. And just a scrub edge rusher named Jeremiah Green. I mean, I say a scrub. I think he was a high draft pick. That would just be banking on the Jets to be shit, which is a very consistent bet to pay out. Very consistent. So consistent. My God. Yeah, Green was definitely a high pick, right? Yeah, 2nd overall. I'm not taking your draft bust for a franchise quarterback. Sorry. Even if it means you couldn't actually afford to re-sign him. That Savion Williams pick is very interesting. 3 first-rounders from the Packers. They get a quarterback named Aaron, which you know they love. Savion's deal has to be close to over, and if it's not, this might be the deal. Yeah, this is the last year of his deal. But we would have 3 first-rounders and the ability to flip Williams. That's not bad at all. Honestly, that Green Bay pick probably has to be top of the board right now. I'm a little bit nervous about sending him to a conference opponent, but that just kind of is what it is. I mean, technically, there's Callahan as well, but again, it's Denver. I mean, Denver's pretty damn good, too, if we were to flip Callahan. Any other team that was offering 3 firsts? It was Dallas, where we could, in theory, flip Ben Maine. Oh, we don't currently have another quarterback on roster aside from McBride. The problem is he's going to be looking for he wants a $500 million deal next year once his deal is up. That is our problem. Oh, fuck that. Yep, there you go. Again, if we re-sign him, the rest of the team becomes CFL caliber and rookies because we won't have the money. We won't have the money. Dustin Hataling, it's a divisional opponent, can't do it. Patriots offering 3 firsts and a dude named Terrence Wheeler. Now, obviously, the benefit to this is another non-conference opponent, much like the Broncos. Apparently, after 5+ years, the salaries keep scaling, but the cap doesn't. Awesome. So we might be cashing out on this at the right time. I mean, Wheeler is signed. He was the 16th overall pick. Like, he's relatively cheap. He's not that good. But at least that's a decent enough deal where it's like, okay, we'd get 3 firsts, but the player that we'd get wouldn't really be good enough to flip. Rams are offering 2 firsts and Espinoza. Let's see. View player card, Ben Espinoza. Moki, I mean, that would make sense in terms of the salary not scaling anymore. Espinoza's only got a year left after that. I mean, again, we could flip him, but I think there was better deals. Aguayo and a pick. And in fairness, it is the 4th overall pick from Baltimore this year, but I mean, Boatwright's young enough. That's not really going to happen. So, I mean, New England, 3 first-rounders, but a dude we can't really flip, but might be able to build up a little bit. He's not terrible. Green Bay, 3 first-rounders, and Savion Williams to be able to flip. Dallas is 3 first-round picks and Ben Maine to be able to flip. Or even keep for the year, because he's not getting paid that much. And the Broncos, 3 first-round picks and Taekwon Callahan to probably be able to flip. I mean, it's 3 first and Ben Maine from Dallas. 3 first, 2 seconds, and Callahan from the Broncos. I mean, I think it's Denver or Dallas. And it makes the most sense for it to be Denver because at least he's a non-conference opponent. And theoretically, we get the most back. Now, I imagine Maine has more trade value than Callahan. But I think after beating the Broncos in the Super Bowl, we are going to trade our quarterback to the Broncos. It's Taekwon Callahan and 3 firsts, 2 seconds for Aaron McBride, who will not bankrupt us but might bankrupt John Elway. Am I allowed to do the deal? John Elway, by the way. I said it weirdly. McBride is gone to Denver. You will not bankrupt us, my friend. You can bankrupt somebody else. And honestly, Taekwon is on a fantastic contract. Only making $3 million a year as a 75, or a 75, a fucking 91. The question is, yeah, I mean, dude, he's got 2 really good years. 2 really good years before we might have to consider trading him. Doesn't look like we can get anything crazy for him anyway. I could get like Michael Wilson, but so yeah, I'm sure Maine would have had better trade value. But I mean, we get Taekwon back. Who knows? He goes up to superstar or something. He might get more trade value while under contract, and then we flip him. But for now, team looks good. Of course, a lot of these names we're already aware of. Yeah, honestly, I mean, I think that worked out pretty well. We keep Taekwon for a couple years, run him and Trevor Lynn for pretty much dirt cheap compared to what it could be. I don't hate that. Lynn's got 2 years left. I mean, that's a good running threat. Surely we pick up McBride for $780K. Surely. Again, we're going to take the cap penalties this year, so Matt Burrell and Marvin Harrison Jr. are just making too goddamn much money. So, what if we move them? Now, we could keep them and try to go for it, but if we move them, it benefits us more long-term. Especially because Burrell is probably going to leave at the end of next year. So that is where the running back Jarius Strong comes in. But again, long-term, he's not really signed yet. T. Higgins, who gets paid even more. Khalil Shakir still gets paid probably a bit too much. Eric Oldham, why the fuck would I do that? I mean, Enrique Escobar at least gets paid sub $30 million. Could get a first-round pick from the Niners, a second as well, and Fred Warner, and then probably flip Fred. Wan'Dale Robinson, Brennan Bolden from Jacksonville. Have you already been paid? Because that's not too bad. Has Brennan Bolden already been paid? That is the big-time question here, because this guy out of Texas could be pretty good. He's got 1 year left after this. Way too far. Packers still offering Savion. Couple of picks. I mean, Savion is on a great fucking deal this year. Was he signed through next year, or was it just this year? I wish this game showed NHL-like cap information at all times. It's kind of annoying. You got to dig for the answers that you need. He was on the last year of his deal. Okay. Back to Burrell. Win a Super Bowl, tear it down, build it back up, man. Hataling, we wouldn't deal to a division rival. Although they're offering a decent young running back and a first-round pick this year. But it's a divisional opponent. Which I'd like to think that's why they're offering more than everybody else. Kobe Turner's not too bad. Espinoza, again, we weren't going to be able to keep long-term, but we do get a first-round pick out of it. Winston on the O-line, that contract's going to be brutal when it comes up. Witherspoon in a third. Caleb Johnson, and then Derek Stingley. So, I mean, that first round pick to get Fred Warner, it's a late first, but we'll still be able to trade down. We're going to send, I think, Matt Burrell to San Francisco. Tolling is just not going to work. Espinoza is going to be too expensive. Matt Burrell, thank you for the ring, buddy. You're off to San Francisco for Fred Warner, a first, second, and a sixth. And we will take that cap penalty. Marvin Harrison Jr. Nobody wants Marvin. Okay. So Marvin is staying, at least for now. So the wideout core is still pretty fucking good, honestly. Can we get anything for Jake Burton? Because above him, everybody else is decent. Burton, let's see. Philip Manning, a fourth and a seventh. Calcutta. Cobb. Samuels. I mean, that fourth round pick from Cleveland. Philip Manning, a fourth and a seventh. At least we get something for him. We get another draft pick. Done deal. Done deal, Cleveland. This is going to be a very interesting rest of the offseason, by the way. I'm actually really excited for this. More excited than just running it back. So the wideouts from there. I guess it glitched and couldn't actually be done because Burton is still here. That's annoying. So why can't this trade go through? Too many draft picks. All right. Here, Cleveland, fuck it. You win the lottery. You win the lottery. Have all of our sevenths. There you go. Thank you very much. What else can we do to tear down the boys? What else can we do? So wide out, we're okay. Tight end. Kroom didn't want to sign beyond next year. Now's not the worst time to cash out on him if there's a good enough deal. Dude named Troy Higgins in a fifth. I mean, Blake Kerr is not bad, but again, divisional opponent. Terrell Rich, Jeremiah Cutler on the Cowboys, decent young linebacker. 23 star and a 73. That's not too bad. A DT, Adrian Reddick. He's going to get paid a ton, but for right now, he's a steal. But it's the Falcons. Why is it always going to be divisional opponents? Bill Barnes, superstar tight end from the Jets. I mean, we're basically just trading in Kroom for a younger model. Oh my God, I'm Leo DiCaprio. How did this happen? I'm Leo DiCaprio without the looks and without the money. There's also a lineman from the Pats, Devin Prasinski, and a third. That's not too bad from the Pats. Or a superstar running back, Gabe Graham from the Vikings. Superstar tight end, 23.79. I mean, Graham is better. Do we need the running back? Not necessarily. Barnes, again, is player for player. Patriots would get us a little bit more O-line insurance and the higher pick back. I think we'll eliminate the Vikings because conference. So an O-lineman or a tight end trade. Let's go for the tight end trade, maybe. Bill Barnes, what do you got going on, buddy? What do you have going on? Fair enough, top hat. I'm shocked that's a league. Ooh, Bill Barnes is signed long-term, too. We can build him up and then flip him. Done deal. Antoine Kroom, great player. You're off to the Jets. If you're not going to sign with us long-term, you're out of here. See you later, Mr. Kroom. As the teardown continues. I call it a teardown, but honestly, the team is still going to be in a good spot, right? Like, Callahan's great value on the dollar. Like, we're honestly looking okay. All right, Dominic Pooney, you got to go. You suck, pal. Victor Ruiz, 1-for-1, done deal. Just get this guy off my team. He fucking sucks. That leaves us with no cap room left because of the cap penalty, but at least the guy is gone. That's the important thing. Escobar's fine. Jacob Kuhn is fine. Garfield's good. Feliz is good. Banks, honestly, it's still serviceable. I mean, Curtis obviously gets paid quite a bit. Carter obviously gets paid quite a bit. I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything because of the cap from here. Simpson's on an amazing deal. Fred Warner. We can deal out Fred. Higgins from Buffalo's not bad. DeAndre Roundtree's pretty good for an O-lineman. 26 star dev, 83. That's not bad. Sloan, Goodrich, Colt Young. Colt Young. Cliff Snell. I think we have a deal. The Patriots offering up Krasinski again. 3rd and a 5th. And the Vikings still offering up that running back. I mean, DeAndre Roundtree is really not bad as an O-line option. We'd have more control over Devin Krasinski. Gabe Graham is still there and still tantalizing. But I think running back, we're fine for the next couple of years. Honestly, Fred Warner's off to the Pats. Let's take that young lineman. And again, non-conference opponent. Is there anybody else we can strip away? How the hell do we have a star dev long snapper? When the hell did that happen? Is there anybody else who is just not on that good of a deal? We do have first-round picks we could also trade away as well. Can't deal Kool-Aid right now. Can we deal Noel Williams? No, we cannot. I imagine because of cap situation. Hazelwood's on an amazing deal. Fernandez is looking fine. Simpson's looking good. I still have a couple of players I'd like to deal, but there's just not much I can do at this exact moment. I think we need to get through the draft first, but we have managed to strip away some of the players, which is good. Like, the offense, for the most part now, is in a decent spot still. We just don't have a quarterback. Defensively, it's still really good. So, I mean, I've called it a teardown, but honestly, I don't view it that way. We're not going to have the ability to sign any free agents, and that's fine. But it is going to put us in a very weird spot for the draft. So let's just get through this. It's showing us a $4 million in cap space. We'll see what happens. Obviously, once we get through the draft itself, we know we're going to trade down those picks. But all of a sudden, this just got bizarre. So Kevin Spikes is a Panther. Oh, we're going to have to deal with him for so long. Kevin Spikes is a Panther for the next 4 years with a $58.9 million salary and a $52.7 signing bonus. Holy shit. Well, we're going to have to deal with Kevin for a bit. However, Joe Burrow did not sign. Josh Allen did not sign. Richardson also heads to Carolina. Holy shit. Clyde Woodard to Buffalo. So, I mean, Allen and Burrow are both still there. Running backs. Kenny Walker on his way to the Rams. Kyron Williams to Philly. Jonathan Brooks to San Fran. Xavier Worthy heading to San Francisco. So is Ramos. So they put that Fred Warner money to good use. Pat Bryant to Carolina. DK to Jacksonville. Brandon Ayuk to Washington. Joey Guerrero to Washington. None of the left tackles signed. Lamar Rose, the top left guard, heads to Tennessee. Chris Lindstrom heads to Dallas. Cosme didn't sign. Fitzsimmons heads to Tennessee. Taylor Madrano, our former right tackle, heads to San Francisco. Trayvon Walker to Oakland. That's right, I called him Oakland. Defensive tackle Derek Brown didn't sign anywhere. Cooper Capps heads to Pittsburgh. So does Quinnen Williams. Jesus Christ, that's a choice. Brian Knox is an Eagle, I should say. 5-year deal with a $103 million salary and a $98.7 million signing bonus. Holy fuck, dude. These former players of ours getting paid. Gabe Rudolph heads to the Cardinals. Of course, Spikes, we already know, went to Carolina. Bobby Webster went to the New York Giants. Dave Winter on the move. Logan, another former player of ours, he heads to Jacksonville. Marquise Yankee to Buffalo. Quincy Riley, another former player of ours that heads to Jacksonville. Kalen Bullock heads to San Francisco. The core has been broken up, to say the least. Tyke Smith, Newbin. Nobody signed Cam Little. So quite a bit of money was spent, none of it by us. As there are apparently some top 5 talents in this draft. But what about these top quarterbacks? What about the quarterbacks in this draft? A little bit afraid of the guy that's 23 years old, but we could try it. This guy at least has good awareness. Let's see what's up with those quarterbacks. But yeah, I mean, in terms of money now, like, it is insane what some of these dudes are getting paid, to say the least. Trying to remember who the hell went where now. Knox has a $35.8 million cap hit next to Carter. So, I mean, Jesus Christ. Insane pass rush, but they're not going to be able to keep it together. Of course, Burrell's barely getting paid now in San Fran. But Bullock's got an 18.6. I mean, that's cheaper than what he was offering us. Spikes has a 25.5, which is a really fucking good deal for him, man. But we just couldn't make it work. Lamar's cap hit is $88.9 million. Holy shit. Can anybody top that? $88 million cap hit to Lamar Jackson. I can't imagine anybody surpasses that. Except maybe if Joe Burrow signs. That is crazy. Yeah, nobody's going to come close. Rashard Johnson came close. Holy. Cardinals found a freaking quarterback and said, yep, lock him down. Doesn't matter the cost. $85.7 million cap hit, I should say. Mahomes is only at 65. Shadur is at 56.7. Jaden Daniels at 77. God damn. Some of these cap hits are out of control. Genuinely out of control. Jesus. Jordan Love at $78.4 million against the cap. Oh, Brady or Manning, fucking $150 mil. Jalen Hurts at 61. Wow. Lamar Jackson, the most expensive player in the league. It does set us up for a draft. I'm intrigued. Let's see what happens here, because there might still be other trades. There might still be some other trades. In terms of players that are in this draft, so the quarterbacks were looking a bit shaky. But at quarterback here, honestly, I mean, there's some good options. There's just not a generational pickup. But there are some options. What do we got at running back here? Of course, Baker just doesn't have the carrying ability. I need people that aren't going to fumble the ball, man. There is a fullback projected to be drafted. Which is kind of nuts. Sebastian Sanchez. Wideouts, I mean, Matias Batista can't catch. He's literally just a track star. Anybody else who can actually catch a football? Not really. Okay. I mean, apparently, you know, like, these guys here are good talents. I don't believe you. Tight end wise, bunch of good tight ends who can at least kind of sort of catch a football. It's pretty important. Tackles, of course, we're looking for guys who can at the very least pass block. And a couple of options. What do we have? A guard. What do we have at guard? Nothing too crazy. What do we have at center? A couple of decent options. Right guard, Colby Cage, son of Christian, a true father. And then right tackle, not a ton going on. Edge rushers, what do we have here? Again, we need at least good power moves. If not good finesse moves, you don't have either. We're not intrigued. All right, this might not be the craziest draft either. Might not be. Everything there is all right. Linebackers, give me some dudes who can tackle. If you can play zone, that's a plus. Give me some guys that can tackle. Looks like a decent year for linebackers so far. All right. Corners. Give me some dudes who can play man. If they can't, they better be able to play zone, and there's not many. And then, of course, safeties. We need dudes who can actually play zone. Of which, it's honestly not looking too good. Kicker. And punter. Okay. Long snapper. We'll just see if we need anybody. Jug, we just won the Super Bowl. Now it's a matter of seeing, after facing cap hell and having to get rid of a lot of people, including our franchise quarterback, if this team can actually survive. I'm trying to see if we can actually get them out of cap hell. I don't know if it's going to happen. So we have all of our picks, but they're at the end of the round. So let's see. Trade center, trade finder. Of course, the screen's going to be glitched for the moment. That is what. Actually, here, let's just see if I skip the number 1 overall pick. It was Richardson at left tackle. It's not surprising. Back to trade center. There we go. So, is there anybody else that we wanted to get rid of? Can't move Marvin. Anybody else we wanted to get rid of that we might be able to get rid of? I mean, Curtis is still fine. Carter, can't move him right now. I mean, McKinstry and Williams, I don't think we can move anybody. Well, we could move Noel Williams for left tackle from the Cowboys, Alex Douglas. Get us a good young lineman. We'd be able to save a little bit of money. So Williams might be the next out. He's honestly not that expensive, but we got Whitaker, and we're not going to be able to afford to pay multiple people that amount of money. Now, technically, we could keep this together for a little bit longer of that, like, triple threat. But also, like, do we need to be paying a third corner $8 million? That's where it gets a bit pricey. So, Noel, I mean, you've turned into a great player for us. We are going to take this deal and get left tackle Alex Douglas from the Cowboys. And we'll take a 5th rounder as well if it lets me do this deal. And it did. So, Noel is on the way out as well. Anybody else that's maybe making a little bit too much money? We now have, like, no cap space because of a penalty to trading Williams. So, we're definitely not going to be able to do anything else. Can't trade Marvin. Curtis, even if I wanted to, which I don't, he's not going anywhere. What about Carter? Nope. Just trying to be smarter about how many dudes we have signed and for how much money. But for the moment, we're looking okay with $1 bajillion in cap penalties. So no chance we can trade up here. So we'll trade to our next pick. And we're going to see what we can get here. Ideally, it needs to be for picks, but I do just want to check the trade center really quickly. 24th pick. Apparently, we can get a pretty decent wideout in Blake Sands, but again, we just can't afford anybody right now. 24th pick, if we actually had cap space, we would have been able to get somebody decent. But no doubt the plan is to trade down, ideally for future firsts. So a 1-4 is the best right now. A 1-2 from the Eagles. A 1-2-5-6. We'll take that deal from the Colts. Thank you very much, Indy. Give me future picks. Appreciate you. I don't think we're going to be able to afford to make a pick at like any stage in these subsequent rounds. 1-3-4. Anybody beat a 1-3-4? Make that deal with the Vikings. Thank you very much. This is how we win. Let's use all these picks to trade down. Future first. We got a 1-3 from Tampa. 1-3-6. 1-3-5-7 from the Jets. 1-4. Nah, we don't want that. Anybody beat a 1-3-5? I mean, it was a 1-3-5 there, but we will take 1-3-5-7 from the Jets. Works for me. No, it won't because we have too many. We have too many picks. Whoops! Me having too many picks? What do you mean? All right, so just end of the draft type of picks. Fuck it. Who was the worst this year? Who had the? It was the Rams, wasn't it? Let's help out our old buddy, the Rams. Give me your 7th round pick way down the road. Thank you very much. Now we go back to trade away. Then we go to the goddamn Jets, who are still there, just in a really weird order. God, we already have more than 25 picks for next year, too? How the hell did that happen? Dude, I am an undefeated pick order. It's insane. I am an undefeated pick order. Well, the Rams sucked. You get your 6th round pick down the road. Thank you very much. Now, can I make that Jets trade? Yes. Okay, there we go. And, of course, our pick for winning the Super Bowl. Bears will give us a 1-2-6. 1-4. 1-4-6 from Tampa. Can anybody beat that? Anybody beat that? No, they can't. Tampa, there you go. Enjoy our pick. So we are very well set up now for future drafts in terms of just the sheer amount of picks that we have. Honestly, 2nd round picks as well with the guaranteed money, we can't do it. We just don't have the cap to pull it off. So let's see. 2-4-5 is okay. A 2-3 from the Seahawks. 2-3-6. 2-3-5 from the Giants. 2-3 and 2-5s, to be fair. 2 2nd-round picks from the Eagles. Let's go. But also 2 2nd-round picks from the Colts. Thank you, Indy. Never mind. Too many picks. No. How many trade downs am I going to have to do for, like, subsequent picks? This is nuts. Also, apparently now I have $15 million in cap room. Hold on. All right, so it must be for this year. We have so many goddamn picks. Next year as well. So I guess we'll just use, like, future 5th-rounders, because whatever. Wheels, it's starting to look kind of unlikely, unfortunately. That wasn't supposed to be the way that it played out, but that's kind of what it's looking like. Hate to say it. But also, again, this is my one way of checking to see if this is going to be worth continuing with, if it's intriguing enough. Really quickly, now that we apparently have cap room, can I deal Marvin? No. Can I deal Makata? Nope. Kool-Aid? Nobody wants Kool-Aid. Fair enough. Thanks is honestly fine. I think we're okay then, right? In terms of the big money. Really just like Carter that's the last big deal left. All right, trade away pick. Colts. Done deal. Thank you. Skip ahead the next pick again. Trade away pick. 247. Anybody beat 247? We got a 2-3. Fair enough. We also do that as a make good. 2-3-5-6. Holy shit, man. Colts are offering a ton. Can we do that deal with the Eagles? Yes, we can. Just keep on Belichicking this bitch to set us up for future drafts. 2-5-6-7. 2-4. Man, Philly's offering us a ton. I don't even know if I can take that. Apparently I can. Thank you, Philly. So needless to say, we are going to be leaving this team. If we do leave it, we might continue in a much better spot than where we found it. Take that deal with Minnesota. Just keep trading down as best we can. 2-7, 2-5, 2-3-7. Deal with Atlanta. So third round might be the time where we can start to look at picks, depending on the price. Anybody offering a future second here? All right, no one's offering any more seconds. But we can get 2/3 and a little bit more from the Colts. No, we can't. All right. So, who's actually in this draft? There is still a quarterback who was projected first round. There's actually 3 of them that were projected first round that are still on the board. And Lake and Richter looked okay. All right. I mean, we can wait then and get somebody else in the next round. So, I mean, in terms of favorites, I mean, we did have a potential UDFA defensive tackle who was apparently a round 1 talent. Ben Almodovar. I mean, we'd be kind of dumb not to take him just to make sure we get him and the AI doesn't, right? So let's take Ben Almodovar at defensive tackle. 22nd in true value. We got him at 63 normal dev, though. That sucks. Come on, game. You're screwing me. Can I get rid of this pick? Falcons offering a future second. All right, if the Falcons are offering a future second, let me do another little quick trade down here. Apparently we are lining up to have more cap than expected. I can hear Mel Kiper losing his mind. Why whatsoever would make Mel Kiper upset about this? The Cowboys got a lot of cap space. Let's help them out. There you go. Nope, apparently they would have too many picks too. Who else has cap room? Dude, nobody has cap room. The Patriots have cap room. Yay. Already I would have too many future picks. That's insane. Can I get a 7th rounder this year? There you go. Thank you, New England. Let's trade this one away to the Falcons. Get a future second. Can't believe Almodovar wasn't even that good. So 3rd round, are any of those quarterbacks still on the board? One of them at least is off. I mean, Sam Richter is still there, so is Cam Lake. Like, if we wanted to take a chance on a couple of quarterbacks, now is the time to do it. I mean, Richter would obviously be first. I mean, we do need a new QB. And Richter does look a hell of a lot more promising. Is he the new quarterback for the future? Ohio State's Sam Richter. Are you the guy? I don't know if you are yet. Hold on. Physicals. How's your throw power? Yeah, it's great. The other guy does have elite acceleration. Yeah, we do need a quarterback. Let's go for Sam Richter. Is he the guy? Will he measure on the Richter scale? 48 at true talent. True value, we get him at 84. Hidden dev for the 23-year-old. It might be time. The era of the Richter scale. And Cam Lake is still there as well. Is he the last quarterback on my board? He is not. Nick Baker is also there. I mean, was a projected first rounder. Let's take him too. 2 quarterbacks in the 3rd round, baby. 77 in true value for Lake. Also hidden dev. We got 2 quarterbacks, so we're going to be dueling it out for the new spot. That's fair enough. Somebody's got to be able to break through, right? And who else do we have in the 3rd round? Anybody that we know about that looks sick? Not really. Cologne's apparently around 2 to 3 talent at defensive tackle. The last guy we took that had that distinction wasn't that good. Let's take a look. We do have some guys with elite acceleration. What about strength? One guy with elite strength that's a running back. And Marco Correa. Round 3 to 4, Nick Baker is supposed to be next. And then a couple of DTs who are apparently half decent. All right, let's go for the younger option. Trey Hannon out of San Diego State. We'll pick him first. 75th in true talent. We get him at 96. Hidden dev, defensive tackle, Trey Hannon. When's our next pick after this? Not too far down the road. Who else do we have? Are we going to take a 3rd quarterback in this draft? We're taking a 3rd defensive tackle, Cordell Broyles. 2nd to 3rd round talent, apparently. He wasn't showing up before, but he's there now. What the fuck's up with that? Well, let's just run on through and see if there's anybody else that we know about. All around 3 to 4 talent. Wideouts. UDFA. Anybody else we need to keep an eye on? It's just that defensive tackle and Broyles. So many defensive tackles. There's a corner in Bradfield that, yeah, I don't believe he's actually good. All right. Mr. Broyles, come on down. Fuck it. 52nd at true value. We get him at 104. Hidden dev at 22 years old. Well, we're rebuilding the defensive line after the loss of Brian Knox. We're doing a good job there. Baker is still there at quarterback. Let's try our 3rd quarterback, Nick Baker. Why not? One of you guys has to be insane, right? 155 in true value. We get him at 115, but our 3rd hidden dev quarterback of the bunch. One of them has to be the guy that can replace our former franchise who we weren't going to pay $70 million to. Somebody got some day 3 players and then a lot of UDFAs. So out of these day 3 players, Chavez has elite acceleration. He's got elite agility. That's good enough for me. Let's take up Jose Chavez out of Bama. 76th in true value. Hidden dev guard. We are just continuing to do so well in finding steals. What else do we have here? Day 3. Anybody elite at anything? Elite change of direction for Jamie Medina. And elite strength for that power back. Let's go for Marco Correa. And we'll see if Medina's available with the next pick. Correa, 103 in true value. Hit him at 128. Hidden dev power back. We'll take it. We'll take it. Round number 5. Who do we have here? Is Medina still available? Yes, he is. Let's take Jamie Medina out of Michigan. 80th in true value. We get him at 136. Another hidden dev lineman. This team's going to land on their feet, man. It might, there might be a stumble for the first year or so. But this team is going to land on their feet. I have no doubt about it. All right. For the favorites, nobody else had anything elite going on about him. We do have some corners and a wideout with elite acceleration. Elite strength for the edge rusher, Gabe Quinones. And elite throw power for quarterback, Rudy Kirkpatrick. Let's go after the edge rusher. Gabe Quinones, Washington State. 287 in true value. We got him at 140. Yeah, not good. That's okay, though. These are the real darts at the board. The lineman. Yeah, if only I could get any of them to sign for not an abundance of money. Rudy Kirkpatrick, our 4th quarterback taken in the draft. 323 in true value to the practice squad with you, my man. That is okay. To the practice squad with ye. Anybody else here that had anything elite about him? We have elite jumping from running back Patrick Durant. Elite strength from tight end Keelan Foreman. Let's go for him. Maybe as a blocking type. 106 in true value. We get him at 151. Hidden dev blocking type tight end Keelan Foreman. I will call you Red. This team is ridiculous, man. This team is nuts. To the UFL with you. Oh, come on. I wouldn't condemn him to the UFL. He's not good enough. All right. So at this point, we might as well go for dudes that are on the favorite board. Got a couple of day 3s left and then some UDFAs. Anybody that was projected great at anything? Apparently, we still had some elite acceleration options. Go for Colin Mole. Mole out of North Dakota. 234 in true value. Normal dev. To the UFL with you. That is for sure. Let's see. Other favorite lists. Anybody else? Emilio Escobar. Kent State linebacker. 354 in true value. Sometimes these guys pan out and other times they don't, but that is, I'm pretty sure, our last pick of the draft. That was wrong. We have 2 7s left. Okay, who do we have? Anybody. Elite acceleration for Riley Campbell. Let's try him. 267 in true value, normal dev. All right, just a whole bunch of practice squatters. And our final pick, I still think we landed on our feet with this draft, just given the amount of trade downs we had to do. Elite strength, Brian Toon at running back. Let's try it. The man out of Lehigh. 173 in true value. Normal dev, though. Okay. So that is it for our draft. We'll see how we do. We still do how it looks league-wide. We got 13 million in space, which is nuts. We still ended up with a 76 in Almodovar. Richter at a 74 is the best of the quarterbacks. Lake is up there, too. Broyles. Worst of the bunch. Well, Kirkpatrick was almost there, but Escobar. In terms of league-wide, not a crazy draft. Just a couple of 81s at the top, which is obviously great, but nobody generational, except for that fullback who was a fucking 80. So if you see a fullback who's projected to be drafted, grab them. They are basically guaranteed to be insane. From what I have seen, they are guaranteed to be insane. But defending Super Bowl champions this year, don't know if we'll defend it too much. We're still rocking an 89 overall. But, I mean, again, we got a bunch of rookie quarterbacks. Baker has the franchise quarterback tag. We're going to have to see, actually, here, because we can, right, through weekly strat. Are any of these guys... So, Richter is hidden. The 3 are still listed as hidden. Doesn't look like we have an X factor in the bunch. But we might have a superstar dev. Especially if we can get a mentor in there. We might be able to see what happens. So, I mean, quarterback, trying to train it up. Running back, Callahan, Lynn, Victor Ruiz. Like, there's going to be a trade there. We're good at running back. Wideout is still phenomenal with Harrison, Dre, and Bayless. Schwartz has fucking ankle breaker, so we still have 3 X-Factor wideouts. Tight end, Fernandez, Barnes. That's not bad at all. The O-line... I mean, Alex Douglas that we picked up, Magana, Escobar, Kuhn, Garfield, Feliz, Banks. I mean, O-line's still good. D-line has Curtis, Carter and then like Wilson and Cantwell at defensive tackle. So the D-line's still good. Simpson at linebacker. Fernandez and Hazelwood. Corners, we still got Kool-Aid, Whitaker, and Booth. And at safety, Steve McKinney, Sanker, Hayden. We do still need a kicker. And now we have 5 first-round picks heading into next year. I think we might have to go one more season and go Super Bowl or bust. I think we have to. This team looks insane. It just comes down to the quarterback situation. Salary-wise, we have $99.6 million in dead cap. Holy shit. But we have $34 million available. We have $99 million in dead cap. That is fucking wild. And we still could be a playoff team. Relatively easily. That is nuts. Free agent, what? Derek Brown is a free agent. And we have enough money to sign him. We're going to win the fucking Super Bowl again. We are going to win the goddamn Super Bowl. I also need to see where certain free agents signed. We're going to win the goddamn Super Bowl. Let's see. Schmidt, Henson. What do we got here? Cam Little went to the Panthers. Kevin Dotson to the Panthers. Darnold to the... I hate that the AI gets to sign people before you. It's such bullshit. We know somebody would have gotten a steal. How didn't anybody sign that fucking defensive tackle then? God, remember when we had Power Eccles on the team? Good for him, still making a roster. Come on now. Where are the big names? We know they're here somewhere. We know they're here, and we know they signed for dirt cheap. We know how it works. Jalen Phillips to the Steelers. Spencer Rattler's a Charger. Sam Saunders was a good player. He's also a Charger. Nick Contreras wasn't too bad. It's making me wait for the big names, man. Jared Goff is a Bengal. Where are we at? Backed into the Dolphins. So many signings right now. Jalen Waddle to the Rams. Just looking for a couple of big names. Honestly, there might have even been a couple that I didn't remember to look at. Minka's on the move. Ruiz. The Pioneers? Who the fuck are the Pioneers? Also, Josh Allen is a Pioneer. For $2.62 million, Josh Allen has signed. They have to fix this. They have to fix this. Joe Burrow is a Texan for under $700,000. Dude, they have to fix this. They have to. That's crazy. I mean, it was most of the quarterbacks I was interested in. That is insane. So less than $4 million combined for Josh Allen. Also, we now have the Black Knights. So we had some relocations in the same year. Any other big names that just held out? Saints win the league, and all of a sudden people start relocating. I wasn't keeping track. Quinnen Williams goes to the Steelers. Okay, and that was free agency recap. North is still intact. AFC South is where you see the drastic difference. Gone are the Jaguars and the Titans. Now the Omaha Pioneers and the Louisville Black Knights. Okay. No other changes there. But the AFC South now including Omaha and Louisville. Yet it still shows the Jags, but now we know that they're the Black Knights. That's hilarious. So Jacksonville becomes Louisville, and the Titans become Omaha. That's insane, by the way, that it doesn't change that either. But fair enough. So yeah, definitely still some problems with Madden, but I got to admit my intrigue is now there. After all of that, the big teardown. Peyton Manning's a part of ownership. He better be. After the big teardown, $99 million in dead cap this year. This team still looks okay. I think we gotta try to make one more run. I think we do.